Who's sleeping?
That's
What?
Noah.
Who went to sleep?
Setting my spawn
Noah,
point.
come
I'm here.
inside.
Sorry
Noah,
about that. Hold on.
Noah.
Oh,
Okay.
I don't know.
Come on.
I'm a little lost.
Noah?
I'm not.
start this.
Fuck. Let me put my pizza away. Give me.
All right, everybody sit down. Everybody take your respective
Oh,
seats.
hold on. I need to give him the game.
Alright.
Noah, whenever you
People
want
who are not
silence,
What did
talking.
you
blow
call
the
that?
game.
Shift lock,
That's
bro.
the gavel.
Bro, I have a
Gavel.
shift lock. I'm goaded.
All right, everybody has to mute. Besides me and Will and Noah.
So everyone, please go on mute. Joe, just whisper shit to me.
If you talk out of turn,
Just whisper shit to me. All right. Yeah. Yeah, I know exactly what I'm doing here.
We are gathered here today for the court case and the suing of one relic by 404 Bacon. 404 Bacon, would you please lead with the testimony?
Will.
Sorry, Ryder. I know. Sorry, Ryder. My keyboard was not being functional. Okay. 1 second, sir. It's
You need a minute to discuss with your client.
You already.
no my. Yes, it's exactly what I need.
Your Honor, we've already had 25
Nope.
minutes. 25 minutes for discussion. I think
Yes,
this
but
court
that
should proceed.
was not during court. So please,
How long do you need?
just 1 minute, sir. Alright. We are ready here, sir. Your Honor. Your Honor.
Proceed.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. I'm representing Joseph Walcacho, and here are my client's demands. A 24-hour ban for Grayson Bradner, 12-hour ban for Hayden, 32 emeralds from the government, 50-block restraining order on Grayson Bradner. So I'll bring forth evidence that will force you to take a new spin on the wrongfully accused case of one Joseph Walcacho. Joseph was exiled from this server for defending himself against those
Objection,
who
Your
broke
Honor.
into his home.
Irrelevant. This does not relate to my case in any way.
This is not your case, sir.
The case is suing of one relic by Joe 404 Bacon. Joe's wrongful termination does not matter. Does not lead to.
They are also
Suing.
suing for the wrongful termination to get paid by the government, so it's very
Actually-
relevant.
Yes.
No, that's not what you stated. This case was for.
Will you shut the fuck up, please? Thank you.
This server would be hosted by Noah John Schumacher, who is our judge today and acting god of the server. Joseph was banned for, and I quote from Noah's server on Discord, 23 hours-ish. The reasoning was due to, quote, a recent killing. But new evidence has come into light. Today I will show you the evidence, and I will show you what really happened on that night. Here's a list of what my client here, Joseph Walcacho, is suing the opposing party for. Assault, nuisance with subcategories of property damage, breaking and entering, destroying floor for personal use, larceny, potato theft, theft, smokers, nether armor, music disc, frogging, living in another's house without their knowledge or permission. They're also suing for burglary. My client is suing the opposing party for many things, but the leading one would be nuisance. My client has been abused, annoyed, and generally harassed by the opposing party. I'll hopefully change your mind about my client, and hopefully bring my client justice as well for this unprecedented behavior the opposing team has displayed. I have nothing further, Your Honor.
Okay. Would you like to bring forth your first witness?
No,
Joseph.
Grayson opening statement.
Why not get a? I don't get an opening.
I didn't want him to have an opening. You know what? Fine, you can have an opening.
Your Honor,
This
Your Honor,
isn't how that goes. This
Your
is
Honor,
how that
Your
goes.
Honor. This is quid pro quo. You are clearly biased.
Your Honor, you are. I agree with Grayson. You
Your
are
Honor,
clearly
you are
biased.
clearly biased.
Your Honor, you are
I
clearly
made
biased.
time to do proper research.
Your
Do your opening
Honor.
statement. You can have.
Your Honor,
Your Honor, you're clearly
Oh, you
biased,
did
and I
not.
don't feel like
You are
I don't feel like
Security.
I don't feel like
I will
fighting
call
for a case.
security.
Okay.
Please give your
the
opening
security, the
statement.
security works
I will
for me.
fight back against security.
The security works for us.
I will not fight back against security.
Please give your opening statement.
All right, Your Honor, I would like to keep
He
this
did not
short
do any
and sweet.
research.
Your Honor, I'd like to keep this short and sweet. My client, myself, completely innocent, as well as my client, Mr. Hayden. We are being accused on slanderous, baseless claims, and through the power of due process, I hope you see the light in that.
Okay. I'm gonna be honest. I have no idea how the fuck a court case works.
Oh, okay.
No, you know.
So next is victim hearing, Noah. Next is
Okay,
victim hearing.
can we have the victim come to the front?
Yo, what the fuck are we doing first? Because we got like I don't know.
What?
What are we doing first? Because like there's two of them.
Excuse me?
One is
It's
in
the
here.
victim.
William
Yes,
Hartwell
yes.
Weeks, do you need a minute to discuss with your client?
Yes, name it is with my client.
Your
Joe,
Honor,
the
this-
victim.
The victim.
You're supposed to
I'm not the
whisper
victim.
things to me. I told you this. Oh,
Am
you're
I the
supposed to
victim?
tell me things.
I'm the victim.
Joe,
Your Honor,
the
I am the
victim.
victim. Your Honor, I am the victim here.
I'm suing him.
Get away!
No,
Your Honor,
Get away from me!
Oh my God! This is
Get
where
away,
you
get away.
stand. This is where you
You
stand.
stand over here, cause right,
victim
you're
hearing.
on that
Go
side.
victim hearing. Victim hearing.
Too
So
close to me.
victim go up. Victim go up, please.
Yeah, victim.
Oh, I am the victim.
And then it'd be accuser and the accused. I feel like the accused would be Grayson and the victim
I
would
am
be
the victim. Is
The
Joe.
victim is Joe. Joe,
The
come
victim
on.
is Joe. So Joe,
Supposedly.
why don't you? Actually, it says
Okay.
victim hearing Sydney.
Don't worry about that. That was when Sydney
Oh, right.
was.
Yes,
We're
yes,
not suing them
yes.
for that.
Good point. Yes.
what
Good
did you
point.
just-
Shut up. Continue.
Okay.
Go, Joe. Go, Joe.
Grayson asked me questions.
Joe can't go.
Grayson,
You ask, no. Will ask him questions.
No, Will's my
I
lawyer.
cross-examine. Will has to ask him questions.
Yeah,
and
Will has to ask you questions. I do
Okay,
know
Will,
how
come
this.
on.
I
You
cross-examine
ask me
after.
questions. You ask me questions.
How is your?
But you just swear him in. Hang on. Write us to swear him in. Just you promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but
So
the truth.
Joe,
So help
you
me
are
God.
suing the opposing party for assault. What would you say happened, and why would you be suing them for assault?
That's I'm suing them for assault because they struck first. They have been beating me. They have been breaking and entering. They have been stealing for days, on end, weeks.
Is that all? I mean,
Yes, that's all.
the server's only been open for about a week, so
Yes, for a week. Ryan, I do not feel comfortable with you looking at me like that.
sir, can you move to the other side? I don't feel comfortable with him
I-
staring me in the eyes and making weird gestures.
He's makes me
Please,
very
please do
uncomfortable.
not. Please do not insult an officer of the
Alright,
court. Please
Can we
do
all
not
shut up and
So you're
continue?
also suing them for property damage
Yes, I am.
and things like breaking and entering, destroying floor of personal use. So when would
Correct.
you say they broke into your house?
They have broken into my house almost every day for since I have had my base.
All right. It says destroying floor of personal use. So, I mean, what times did he destroy the floor and why?
He has destroyed my floor underneath my fire pit to create a hobbit hole for him to live. And that
Your Honor,
is-
who is he? Your Honor, who is he?
he would be Grayson Bradner, or X One Relic.
Nothing you're suing them for. Larceny, potato theft. Are you 100% sure that Grayson is the one stealing potatoes?
I am 100% sure. I have caught him in the act multiple times.
And what is your estimate?
Your Honor, that is the violation of the best evidence rule. They're talking about evidence that is not present. It is a matter of opinion and not fact.
Objection sustained.
Righty then. You're also suing them for theft. Theft of smokers, nether armor, and a music disc.
Yes.
Do you have anything to say about that?
No, sir.
You're also suing them for frogging,
Yeah.
which seems a little bit more serious as well. It's living in another's
Yes.
house without their knowledge or permission. How long would you say that has been going on?
I could not say how long it was been going on. I found out. I found out. I think Saturday night.
Did any of this cause any harm to you, mental or physical?
Yes, mental, because he was living in my floorboards.
Your Honor, who is he?
He would be Grayson Bradner, aka X1 Relic.
Would you say that the frogging put you under a lot of stress?
It has. I will never know who or where and how they will be hiding, or how X or X1 Relic or Grayson Bradner will be hiding in my house next.
You said you didn't know how long they've been living in your base, correct?
Correct.
So you don't know how long they've been stealing things, how much they could have been stealing?
Yes, correct.
And the property damage, was anything really, really serious?
Only the netherite armor and the smokers, Your Honor. No, my lawyer.
Your Honor, I believe his time is nearing the end.
Grayson, there's no
There's a time limit.
apparent.
There's a time limit. There's a
There's
time
most
limit.
definitely a time limit. The time limit is like short too, like it's not that long.
I know it is. You have 30 seconds to finish up. Here.
Alright.
Okay.
So, did they steal anything really worthful to you, sentimental or actual physical value?
Potatoes, music disc, and netherite armor.
Would you say that put you to any disadvantage? Did it hinder you at all?
Correct. It did.
No further questions, Your Honor.
All right. Cross-examine. Hey, come back up. Here.
Yo.
It is now time for cross-examination from the defendant.
All right, Your Honor, members of the jury. I would like to say, as the prosecution, Mr. Blue and Mr. Bacon have the burden of proof that must be proved by preponderous evidence. I've seen no evidence, merely speculation. Mr. Bacon, I've heard a lot of things that you've said about opinions and feelings,
Correct.
but with zero evidence to support
We
it.
do have evidence.
I would
We have
like
not
for
been,
you to
asked
expand.
show evidence yet.
Evidence has not been provided yet. You cannot claim that they do not have evidence if it is clearly apparent, but has not been provided yet.
Your Honor, they've been making baseless claims based on zero evidence. Until I see
This
evidence,
was the
that is all they will
opening
be. That is
Your
all
Honor, we
they
do
will
have
be.
evidence.
For evidence has
The
not
opening,
been.
the opening statement. The opening statement ended, Your Honor.
You know,
This
that
is mere-
horn
Calm
means
down.
shut
Calm
the
down,
fuck
sir.
up.
Sir,
Okay.
calm down.
So evidence has not been presented yet, but you cannot claim evidence is not being presented when the time to present that
Yes.
evidence has not occurred yet.
This is
Mr. Bacon, could you please
Listen,
expand on the living in your floors?
Yes. So
Could you please expand?
So Sydney, Hayden, and Grayson Bradner, broken entered my house late at night, and Sydney broke a block, and it very much sounded like scaffolding. So I explored that area of which she broke, and I found scaffolding down to underneath my fire pit. And there was a bed, and when I found and broke that bed, Grayson Bradner said, "No, you found it."
Mr. Bacon, that is purely your opinion, purely what you say. Unless we see evidence to prove otherwise. What
We see
allows
that.
you to believe that that was my client who
What?
made that?
Your Honor leading.
No, no.
What
Objection, Your
leads
Honor
you to
leading.
believe?
Objection
No, I'm
sustained.
simply asking
Please
a
move
question.
on to a different point.
Mr. Bacon, what leads you to believe that that was Mr. Bradner's base? Why could it not have been somebody else's, such as
Because,
Nico,
Objection, Your Honor,
Sarah?
compound.
because
Hold on. Let me get. Shit. Hold on.
Compound means more than one question at a time.
That is just one question. I'm simply asking if it was anybody else and providing examples of who it could be.
Continue.
I know this because the scaffolding and the bed had not showed up. So it couldn't be Nico because he left for Disneyland. It couldn't be Sarah, she hasn't been on. Couldn't have been Kenzie because she had not been on that day, nor would she have time to build the base. Yes, Nico
Your
went to
Honor.
Disneyland.
Excuse
Your
me.
Honor.
I'm gonna need the witness. The jury over there to not.
Quiet down, please. Please quiet down,
muffle
jury.
with the hearings
I
over
lost
here.
my train of thought.
Your Honor, you see, Mr. Bacon does not, in fact, know that it was my client,
excuse me,
Mr.
sir,
Bradner.
calm
He
down.
simply knows that it was
Calm
not
Calm
Nico
down,
or
sir. I
Sarah.
have not finished my sentence. I was
Objection, Your Honor,
rudely
he did not let him
interrupted.
finish.
You need to let him finish his statement. You ask him a question. You need to let him answer it.
You blew the horn. So,
Um,
it kind of ended his words.
But you're the one talking now, not him. So there's an
So
issue.
please objection, Your Honor, please let him finish.
Yeah.
Damn.
The one, Grayson Bradner, aka X1 Relic, has been seen spawning back into my home, in that bed. At times.
Is that purely speculation?
That is
or
not
is there evidence?
That is not I've seen you walk out of that.
Um,
Speculation.
Again, that is violation of the
Speculation.
best evidence rule if there's no visual proof.
Well, we
And
haven't
it's
What do you
just
want us?
shown-
What do you
a
want us to
matter
do?
we
Make a
haven't shown
PowerPoint
evidence
inside
yet.
of Minecraft?
That's exactly what I want.
We
All right,
haven't
Your
shown
Honor, that is all.
evidence yet. That you can't.
We haven't gotten to the evidence. I stated this earlier, Mr. X1 Relic. You need to not be pressing upon evidence if the evidence hasn't been
Your
allowed
Honor,
to be
Your
shown
Honor,
yet.
I'm just leading with the lack of evidence that
There is no lack of evidence, as
That
the
is-
evidence has not yet been
let
presented, as
us
we are not to the part of the court case where the evidence is to be presented. Yeah, that shut you the fuck up. Okay, let's continue on. That means you can. Yeah, okay.
He has to wait for you until you say
I know,
he's
I
allowed
know.
back.
I know. Okay.
Next is the accuser hearing.
Yes, so I believe that would be Grayson
Joe.
comes up.
The accuser.
Joe's
Oh,
also
that would
accused.
be Joe.
Okay.
How about we just skip that? Because
No.
Joe's already-
Yeah.
That's true. We kind of just did that. Okay, Grayson, come
Yeah.
up here.
It'd be the other side.
Yeah.
Go to the other side, Grayson.
Oh, this side. Yeah.
Other side. Chris. There
Okay.
we go. Wouldn't he be going first? Wouldn't he be?
But
asking
he
his
would
own
be
part?
examined first by his own side. So
Yeah.
Do you have anyone
Grayson,
representing
ask
you,
your-
Mr.
ask
X1
yourself your own
Relic?
questions.
No,
He's
Your Honor.
representing himself.
Okay, so we're gonna move on to cross-examination.
Will skedaddle, skedoodle. My dick is now noodle. All right. So, alright, you are accused of breaking and entering into Joseph Podcatcher's base and attacking him. Would you say you broke into his house and just killed him?
I plead the fifth.
All right.
Sorry, bitch. What did you just say?
He
I
pleads the
plead the
fifth.
fifth.
He doesn't
I'm
need to
not
answer that.
I'm not required to answer the question.
He doesn't need to answer that question.
I know what the
All right.
fuck is.
Did you steal? Would you say you have a music disc in your possession?
Yes, I do have a music disc in my possession.
Where
Not
did this music disc come from?
I plead the fifth.
All right. You're pleading a lot of fifths on questions that would incriminate you a lot. I mean, if you were innocent, you really need to do that, would you?
I don't want to disclose my personal information in my personal dealings, including where I got a music
All right.
disc.
Do you have any knowledge about the tunnels under? You know what? You didn't do the thing where you have to make them swear that they tell the truth.
We didn't have for anyone. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Would you say you have any knowledge about the tunnels made under Joseph Podcatcher's base?
Not specifically tunnels. Not specifically tunnels underneath the base.
Oh.
Would you say you know anything about the tunnels around the general area of Joseph Podcatcher's base?
I do, in fact, know something about the tunnels around Joe Podcatcher's
What are the
base.
things that you would know about them?
I dug a short tunnel to go look at the armor, just to look, nothing more.
The armor. So, supposedly, the armor was taken by Nico, who is out to Disneyland right now. How do you figure that works?
I don't know. I'm not Nico.
Would you say you are currently in the possession of netherite armor?
No. I grinded to get netherite armor just to give it to Mr. Cacho.
And what was his reaction on that?
Absolutely nothing. If anything, he was worse to me.
You were accused of stealing potatoes and discs and netherite armor. So how would you say you wouldn't? Because you've been seen multiple times around his base, and supposedly, allegedly, stealing his potatoes.
I've been seen around his base, as has everybody else. The stealing the potatoes, that was not me. So,
Do you have any knowledge about Hayden breaking and entering into Joseph's base?
I have seen Hayden near Joseph's base. I'm not aware of any breaking or entering by him.
Joe was attacked at his home by 3 people, just using fists. No weapons involved. Were you part of that group?
Attacked in his home. I would not say it was in his home. It was in a nearby cave. However, Joe started it and was participating.
That does count as my home, by the way.
Then you could call this whole place my home because it's near it.
No.
So your home is relative
No, that,
It was
that
outside
home,
of
that part
outside of the base that has been made.
That part of the home was blocked off.
It was
by-
just a
Noah,
random.
Noah, this is when you call order in the court and everyone shuts up.
Also, Joe should not be talking.
Yeah,
that is
he's
true.
also Joe. Shut the fuck up. So you would say Joe wanted to be attacked in his home.
Seeing as we were outside of his home and he could have gone back into his home, it appeared that he did not mind. I also was not one of the people punching him until he murdered my good friend Sydney, who also happens to live in my base.
Would you stop? If you were attacking Joe and he went back into his base, would you have stopped attacking him?
Once Joe went back into his base, I do believe that we stopped attacking him. Once he returned to his base. However, he still murdered Sydney, so there was some bad blood there.
Once
However,
we stopped attacking him. I thought you
Yeah.
just said you weren't attacking him.
no, I said I did attack him after he murdered Sydney. Because he did murder Sydney. However, I did not. Joe was not murdered.
And the evidence that has not, there's no evidence, but the evidence that first brought this to case, in the evidence it says that Joe left immediately after he killed Sydney.
That is completely incorrect. He attempted to murder me, and Hayden right after he killed Sydney.
Objection, rumor.
Any evidence?
Objective hearsay.
Objection hearsay.
Your Honor.
First of all, you
they
should
just
say,
did. They just.
shut up. God. damn it.
Your Honor. They just called for evidence, which you have been talking to me about.
I
And they
said
just did the
objection,
same thing.
hearsay.
Hearsay on what?
Hearsay.
Hearsay on
What you said was hearsay then.
All right, John, enough
Sir,
further questions because that was really.
Yeah,
Oh God.
that was
yeah.
just a piece of work there.
Yeah.
I
Alright.
you may sit back down, Mr. X1 Relic. Great username there. I believe, if I'm
Thank
not
you, Mr.
mistaken,
White, Shadowy Fox.
thank you. I believe it is time to bring evidence forward on behalf of
You know.
Mr. Joseph Paul Cacho.
We have quite a lot
Okay.
of evidence.
I would like
Alright.
that.
I would like to first bring forth in Noah server, Starcraft Season 7. Go to General and scroll up a little bit. Okay, a lot. Until you find the screenshot where it said that Joe killed Sydney. Just keep okay. When does it stop?
Why is Shrek butt fucking a dude in here?
What?
And we're gonna go past.
So,
What am I? Exactly. Hold on. One moment.
We have a very.
It's
It's
Howie
up there.
was slain by 404 Bacon.
It's up there. It's,
So allegedly-
So hold on. So it's an image of that shows someone being killed by someone.
it's the
Yes,
death.
it's
It's
how
the
it
death
was like.
message sent by
That's a
Hayden.
death message sent by
That-
Hayden. I can see it.
By Hayden.
I've saved
Alright.
the image. I have access to it. You may now continue.
So you said that. Well, I'm not questioning anyone. Sorry. Mr. Brandner stated that Joseph, attempted to murder Grayson after he murdered Sydney. But if you look at the evidence here, how he was slain by 404 Bacon, you could see immediately after he leaves, and we have no other evidence that he tried to kill Grayson, which further supports that he was doing all of this in self-defense. There's no other evidence showing that he tried to kill Grayson at all, and there's no evidence showing he was present at the time because he had left the game. That's the evidence we
you're
do
fucking
have.
Good, dude.
You got Saul
Okay.
Goodman here.
Is that it?
That is not the only evidence we have. No, we do have more evidence, but I am going to have to share my screen for that, and so we're gonna go on the chip for that. So we have video evidence, and Joe, if you would please send me this timestamps.
The timestamps. Oh, right. Sorry. Yes, I got you.
Yes, Joe.
I kind of forgot that.
We need that. Yes.
Might
It
hear
is hard to share my
gun.
screen in a voice chat. So can we go not to voice chat? I need to
Well,
share my
you-
That's
screen.
That's
so
a lot of
inconvenient. No,
Sir,
we can't.
You
we
need
can't.
to share
Voice
your
connected.
screen.
Yes,
It's
sir, you
not,
need-
it's
it
not
says
that.
screen.
We'll help you out.
Oh,
Technical
screen. Hey,
issues
yo. Yeah,
are
thank
never
you.
your fault in court.
All right. Well, I'm a little bit, brain damaged. I'm grabbing the files, please.
Oh yeah. Sorry about that. Will.
Need a better lawyer.mp4.
Don't worry about that.
Oh my god.
Your Honor, I think I need to use the restroom for about 23 hours.
That's too long.
It was a joke.
Sorry.
Will. It was a joke.
Alright,
It was a reference to Matt Murdock.
alright. Alright. Do you send the timestamps? So I really need
I
those.
did. I DM'd.
Alright, Your
the
Honor. I will now
Yes.
share my screen.
Okay, I'm waiting for it to pop up.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'm very bad with computers.
Hey, it's no worries. We all have troubles with technology, especially me at my
Alright, Your Honor.
colossal age.
Alright, Your Honor. Stream pause.
How do you watch it? Oh.
Huh?
Okay.
I need 1 moment to speak with my client, Your Honor.
Okay, how long do you think you need?
1 minute.
The court is in recess for 60 seconds. You may now speak with your client.
Okay, wait. What?
Joseph, you need the fucking evidence name there, man. You can't just tell me the timestamp. Just be like, oh yeah, it's at that time. That's what happens. Like you didn't tell me what
I'm gonna go
happens
No, it's
then.
the
take a
first
shit.
timestamp.
I'll be right
it's
back.
the needabetterlawyer.mp4.
I know that, but the timestamps, what happens at those timestamps, I need to see that before I, skip over here and
yeah,
be like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
as you can see, he pulls his dick out, starts raping her. Like, no, I need to kind of, need something there, man. Can't just like send timestamp, be like, yeah,
I know.
okay, good.
Hey, I'm trying to take a shit out here, Sydney. Can you?
Bro, the second one, do we have him?
No, that's the netherite armor being full of leather, proving that it's not there.
Trying to take a poo.
I feel like that's
Oh,
been well
thanks.
established. Is that all we have?
No,
Oh, okay.
those are just
Oh.
timestamps of the first video.
The first?
Of the first video,
Yes, Your Honor.
Your Honor, this is incredibly unprofessional.
I'm ready.
Hey.
I was speaking with my client. This has nothing to do with anything else. I'm speaking with my client here.
What's going on out there?
All right, Your Honor. Do
All
you
right.
see my screen?
Hold
Do you
on.
see what's happening?
I'm taking a little
Okay. Your Honor,
break
please,
out here.
let's
Sorry.
try to stay professional. Your
Okay,
Honor.
I'm coming back in. My apologies, gentlemen.
That is. Oh God. Jesus, dude.
I recommend. I wouldn't. Oh. I wouldn't look out. We might need a sanitation crew to come in here before we all leave today. I'm sorry.
Oh,
What the heck?
So, please continue. My apologies.
This is footage of Giuseppe.
What are we looking at?
His stream.
You are looking at a recording.
It is not your turn to talk, Mr. One Relic.
So, as you can see, I hope. Can you hear, Your Honor?
It
I
says stream
cannot
paused.
see it or
It
hear
says
it.
stream paused.
Ooh,
Just-
that's not
it-
good.
Sound doesn't matter. just stream.
Mr. One Relic, it's still not your turn to talk.
Jeez, bro.
Sound doesn't matter. Just share your screen.
What?
Full screen.
But like it's 9 times better because then we can confirm. Okay. Your Honor, can you see?
It is still loading for me.
Hey, I'm just gonna. Hold on, let me just share my screen. Okay. If you see anything goofy,
I do not see. Oh, I see something now. It
Oh?
says better lawyer. Okay.
yeah, he named it that. All right, Joe. 10:05.
Yes.
I burped. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Your Honor. Oh God, that
Oh,
voice is so
no.
annoying.
Wait.
That
hold
was
on.
my
No,
voice.
Just play the video. Just play the video. Will. I had to trim it. Just play the video.
All right, at 10:05, you can see Hayden clearly trespassing. Ooh, what? Oh God, it's me. Ew, sorry.
Will,
Yes, Joe.
you told me to trim the video. The timestamps don't work anymore. Just play.
Your
the
Honor, I
video
need
from
1 more
zero.
minute to see my client.
Okay.
Play the video from
No.
zero. Play the video from zero.
Oh, no,
Okay,
hold
we're
on.
gonna watch this entire 10-minute video.
No, we're not.
We're
You
not.
have a
We're
minute.
not. We're not. No, no,
You
no.
may.
We're not.
Discord is now in recess. You may have a few minutes to trim the video down. I'm gonna go get
Shows-
a sanitation
No,
crew.
no.
outside there.
It's fine. No, it's fine.
No,
I
it's fine.
trimmed the
No,
video
it's
so
fine.
everything fits. He's just gonna skip a part in the middle. He's just gonna skip the
Okay.
middle part.
I am.
We're good.
Yes. I'll tell
So
you.
all
when.
this-
No, not now. Not now. Just play the video
Oh.
from zero, Will.
Okay, here. Oh yeah. So okay, Your Honor, if you hear 2 different conversations going on with 2 different Joes, that's because this is
You can't hear
footage.
the sound.
I know. Oh, right. Well, I mean, it's a funny story. All right. Okay. I have to hear it. It's so bad.
Just mute it. And there
As
is
you can
Hayden
see-
trespassing.
As you can see, Your Honor, I will replay that once again. My life is free, right there, and for a better
Yep.
view, right there. my life is free, trespassing on Joseph's, well,
Property.
base. Property, yes, thank you. Joseph, would you say there is a entrance in that direction?
There partially is an entrance on that direction.
Oh, fuck. Doesn't matter. Alright.
Your Honor, this
As
is
you-
based on his claims. There's no evidence that he was not invited.
I didn't invite him.
That is pure hearsay.
No, it's not here. Okay, you know what?
It's pure
continue.
opinion. There's no fact.
Please
No,
continue.
hearsay is if it's a
He left
rumor.
again. Oh no.
He lagged out.
You like that?
He'll join back and then leave.
Yeah. As you can see, he just kind of blinks out of existence a couple of times. Can you shut up?
Can we look at that beautiful man in the background?
Yeah. Wow, it was a beautiful man.
I can't believe they didn't show up for court today.
I know, right? What an idiot. I'm sorry.
Your Honor.
I'm sorry. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna let that one slide. Do you have any more evidence?
I popped my knee. Yes, we do, Your Honor. Joe. The other one.
Yo,
That's
are
on
you
my
trained?
face.
The person you are suggesting is trespassing.
No, I was looking at his helmet to make sure he did not steal it.
Okay, understandable. Continue.
Because as you can see in the next thing, the nether armor, where the nether armor.
I'm
Oh,
sorry. What was that? Never mind. Continue
Potato
on.
Manifesto!
Don't.
That's the name of the base.
Oh,
That's the name of our house.
he spent by the
Our
way,
house?
He
No,
spent a long time trying to figure out how to spell this.
We
Your Honor?
see this, Will. We don't need to.
All right, as you can see, he does not struggle. Oh, whoa, he does. Oh, hey, he didn't struggle this time. All right.
It was the first time. I cut that part out.
Oh my
I
God.
struggled very hard to spell potato.
All right, Han.
Potato.
And we're trying to find footage of the nether armor, but since my client kind of fucked me over here.
I'm sorry. They did in the where I zoomed in on Hayden. You could see it really.
You
clearly.
could see it. I
Okay,
do-
okay.
I did
Well,
see it.
oh,
What was? Okay. In the back there,
as
right
you can
there.
see, as you can see, if we
That is
just-
the leather armor. That is
That
not
is the
nether.
leather. Yes,
that is leather armor, as you can tell, because
proving that it's
this
stolen.
is different from this. If you look at the boots, this does not have the white spots here. All right. So, we have someone who supposedly was not invited to Joe's base, and someone just stole this netherite armor. And then a man walks in with full netherite who isn't allowed to be here onto Joe's base. What
Okay.
message do you think you would get from this if this happened to you? If a man walks into your base wearing a complete full set of armor that was just stolen from you, walks into your base without permission.
Continue.
This is all that was in this video. Well,
No,
Oh.
nothing further. You're not.
we have the other. We have more evidence. Will we have
Mm.
the other videos?
Your Honor, I
we need
believe their
more. We
time
have
is
more.
up. Your Honor, I
We have
believe their
more.
time is up.
We have more. Right, Joe.
Excuse Mr. Alec, we have more time. There was also an intermission, so I could go take a Chipotle break. We have more time.
Your Honor, that Chipotle break is still on the floor.
Joe, can you send the other video, man?
I did.
Oh,
No. That really,
Yeah, he hit me.
dude. That's not gonna count.
It'll count. Yes, it will.
Your Honor, I am
It's
still gonna bring
evidence.
up another piece of evidence. Joe didn't download.
What?
Ugh.
Kidding.
It's 9 seconds.
Your Honor, please.
Your Honor, I am sharing my screen, Your Honor. Here's the evidence. As I have it
You are
open.
not
Where do I
sharing
have it
your
open?
screen, Mr. O Blue
I
No
will
Jews
share it
G.
now.
What? Your
Your
Honor.
Your Honor,
Your
I
Honor.
would not like any racist behavior. Okay, Your Honor, as you can see in this footage, in the court of law, where you are standing, Your Honor, in the court
Is
of
this a
law,
YouTube video?
I can't tell who's talking. Hold on, please. There we go.
Why are you posting this YouTube? Okay.
It wasn't me.
As you can see, in the court of law, Mr. Bradner attacked my client. Because if you see here, he was too far away.
Yes.
Sarah was facing this way,
If you
Sarah's
listen at
facing the other direction.
Grayson will say
and as you
he
can
will
see,
vote
Grayson runs up. And I am not looking in Joe's direction. And even if I did hit him, he would not fly my way, Your Honor.
Your Honor, Sarah. is also
Grayson
facing that
Bradner.
direction.
Your Honor, I would like
Sarah
to
is-
back.
I believe the
Sarah,
evidence
Your
is clear that one relic has actually attacked Mr. Joseph Paul Ketcho
In the court
this
of law,
instance.
Your Honor.
In the
Your Honor,
court of law.
In the court of law, Grayson
In the
Bradner
court of
would
law-
dare hit another man, Your Honor.
You
Hold on,
So
one
what
second.
makes you think he wouldn't do anything less? What makes you think he wouldn't do anything less, Your Honor? He hit a man in the court of law. He has no respect for you. He hit you where you stand. He hit Joe where you stand. I'm having a stroke. I'm sorry, Your Honor. He hit Joe where you stand
No,
right now, Your Honor. As you can see.
Kidding.
No, is that it?
Yep.
Yeah, that was that was it, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Grayson Bradner, do you have any counter evidence to prove your innocence in any of these instances?
Sorry, Your Honor.
Yes, sir, Your Honor. Your Honor, first I would like to touch upon the evidence that was just provided. Sir, that was before court started. We had a member of the prosecution standing on the judge's spot. I believe when I came up next to you, not nearly as close as Joe was, I was
I had built
attacked
the spot.
by you. So when Joseph went up there, and I allegedly hit him, Sarah was also facing the same direction, so it could have been Sarah as well. But since I
According to the
allegedly,
video, excuse me, I'm gonna interrupt you. According to the video, it was very clear that you were the one that was...
Your Honor, Sarah was also facing in the
Sarah
direction.
was facing this
she-
way, and throughout the
Your
entire
Honor-
clip, did not move.
Your
Before,
Honor,
when she is just standing there, she is facing like this, and then after the hit takes place, she is in the same exact position.
Your Honor,
Your Honor,
I had hit Joe at that moment.
What?
I had hit Joe at that moment.
You are not close enough to hit Joe at that moment.
I was standing right
Your
here
Honor,
and
I
I
will-
jumped
You
and
were
hit Joe.
standing back here. You did not hit him. Why is there shit everywhere?
Your
Your
Honor,
Honor, it
Your
was
Honor,
under my
Ryan,
impression that no one
Your
could
Honor,
argue
I
with
hit
Judge.
Joe.
Excuse me, you are not a part of this case. You
Your
cannot
Honor,
testify
Your Honor,
right now.
your bailiff and security hit a man off of your stand, who just admitted to
I
it.
was doing my job, Your Honor.
Your Honor, if you
Your Honor,
do not,
he wasn't appointed
Sorry, I
that
did
job
not mean to do
until. Your Honor, he was not appointed that job until this court has started.
Your Honor, this is not the prosecution
true.
of
You do
your
not have the
bailiff.
correct
Since he has
qualifications.
taken guilt, since he has admitted of his guilt, I am clearly not responsible for
Your
that.
Honor,
Now
I would like to go
continuing,
back into the footage.
Your Honor,
Objection hearsay.
Your Honor, objection.
Objection sustained. Move on.
That's what I'm trying to do. Okay. Anyway, Your Honor, so now you can see that is completely not true. So that evidence is thrown
Your
out the
Honor,
window.
it was under my
next
impression
up-
no one
next
could argue
up-
with you.
Next
It
up
is not
onto
your
the
turn to
evidence.
speak. Let him talk.
Next up on the evidence, you could see in their video Mr. Soto entering their base. There is no proof that he was entering illegally. He very well could have been invited. How many times
Objection,
have
best
you
evidence?
yourself?
Objection hearsay. You
Your-
Judge,
have
Miss Evidence,
the-
objection hearsay.
Your Honor,
Objection
Your Honor, how many?
sustained. Move on.
Your Honor, how many times have you yourself been invited into a base?
Am I being questioned?
No, it's just a simple question.
I cannot. I am not the one being questioned here, Mr. One Relic.
Well, Your Honor, I've been invited into many a Minecraft bases, many a times.
Objection, Your Honor, relevance.
True. Move on.
How is this not relevant?
May I speak for the side of Joe as a witness?
After this round of testimony,
Your Honor, another thing, the armor that was stolen, there's zero proof that it
Objection,
is the
best
armor that
evidence.
Hayden was wearing. In fact,
Objection, Your
Hayden
Honor, best
was-
evidence.
in the video that Mr. Blue showed, you can actually see Joe inspect the armor and decide that it was not his.
nope. Move on.
What? Joe literally said that he was inspecting the armor to see if it was his, in
I'm-
which case he gave it back.
I am letting their objection go through. Move on.
Your Honor, I would like to bring forth Howie 1013 to report on the incident that occurred when she was murdered.
Objection, Your Honor, that has relevance.
Your Honor, they brought that up as their first point.
They did. Bring her up.
Well, shit.
Sydney,
damn it,
Sydney,
I
you can,
told you
Sydney,
not
you
to
can
bring
come up
that
here.
up.
Sydney,
No,
you
I
can come up.
forgot,
Sydney,
okay.
Sydney, you can come up here. Sydney, go to the stand.
I have no
Thank you.
evidence on this.
Sydney,
other
are
than
you there?
pictures.
It'll
Sydney,
get
are you
ruled
there?
out. It's fine.
Your Honor, Your
It'll
Honor.
get ruled out,
Please
it's fine.
silence the prosecution.
Can I add something real quick? My mouse is currently broken, and so is my computer screen. So if I hit any of you, it is because it is possessed right now.
Okay.
So I'm very sorry
Objection.
if anything goes wrong
Relevance,
with
Your
my
Honor.
computer.
Sydney,
It's not
relevance,
relevant.
Your
I
Honor.
just am putting that
relevance,
Your
forward
Honor,
right
please silence
now.
the court. Your Honor, please silence the court.
Objection irrelevance, Your Honor.
I'm trying to fix it this entire time. Oh
Objection
God.
irrelevance, Your Honor.
Continue.
Miss Howie, could you please describe the events that occurred when you were murdered?
When I was murdered, see what was happening was I was in my inventory. Then I came back to a slap fight going on, and I
Your Honor,
joined in the
sorry,
slap fight.
Miss Howie, who's that soft light between? Miss Howie.
I'm trying to remember. Hold up. I think it was just the three of us there.
Who are the three? Who are the three?
Okay. Joe was there. You, Grayson was there, and Hayden, and me.
So 4.
Well, I'm saying you three were there.
Okay. Okay. And the soft fight was being participated in by everybody, including Mr. Kacha?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
please continue.
I joined in this slap fight with my fists.
Miss Howie, I'm
And-
sorry to interrupt you again, but would you consider yourself to be particularly good at
Sorry.
PvP?
Not
Objection on irrelevance.
necessarily.
Relevance.
Your Honor, I'm just trying to
Objection
show
on
you
irrelevance.
how Miss Howie feels.
Objection on relevance. Her feelings does not matter to this case.
I'm gonna agree with Will on that one. Please move on.
I'm masturbating.
Miss Howie, continue. Your Honor, I would like to take a moment to address what the statement that just occurred.
I would have a problem with it if I wasn't shitting during the court hearing. Please continue.
Okay.
Miss Howie,
What am I continuing?
the story.
Oh, okay. So I joined in the slap fight with my fists as just punching, going da da da, 90% sure I only probably hit everyone. I think I hit you like twice or something like that because again, I'm very bad at PvP. Then I think what I was going to do was to go and actually do something. So I scrolled past my axe and my mouse clicked you. And that is why you thought I attacked you. It was not necessarily to kill you. It was an accident of whoopsie. And then you took out your weapon and started attacking me, which in this case went really fast. And I thought you took out an axe to attack me, so I brought back my axe to attack you back, which is then when you killed me. And before you killed me, I did say, "Stop, I'm going to die," and you swung and hit me again.
Okay. Now, Your Honor, I would like to bring forth the idea of self-defense. Clearly, Mr. Ketcho was acting in self-defense. However, self-defense can only be done with reasonable and equal force, seeing as Miss Howie did not kill or nearly kill Joe. Joe's force that was returned in killing Miss Howie was not justifiable.
I can go on to stand after this, right?
Yep.
Okay, good. I'm just
If you are
wondering.
called up as a witness.
Yeah. You can defend against this afterwards.
Got it. Yes.
All right, Your Honor. Miss
Objection, Your
Howie,
Honor. Best evidence.
Continue.
Okay, Your Honor, I would just like to readdress the points that I made. Clearly, self-defense does not apply because that force that was applied to Miss Howie was not equal to what was applied to Mr. Bacon. The proof that
Hearsay.
the proof that Mr. Blue showed does not show that Hayden was not invited, nor does it show that Hayden is the one responsible for taking the armor. It simply shows that the armor was taken and that Hayden was in the base, but for the reason he was in the base is unknown, as the evidence is inconclusive.
May I add one more point to my story?
Sure.
Joe is in full netherite, enchanted. I'm in diamond, not enchanted. Thank you. That is all.
Objection relevance.
Objection
Joe,
That has
sustained.
nothing to do with. Okay.
It doesn't have anything to do with it. But
It
Please sit down,
does.
Miss Howie. Please sit down, Miss Howie.
You can-
Actually,
you can sit
Honor.
down, yes.
Actually, Honor.
I'm sorry,
I
Mr.
actually
Hold on,
agree
hold on,
with
hold on.
Howie.
Mr. Wanrell, did you just try and allow a witness to sit down? That is my job. Do not
go back
muddle with the. Come back up.
Your
here.
Honor,
Do
Your
not.
Honor.
No. Do not muddle with a judge's orders again, sir.
I apologize, Your
There
Honor.
could be problems.
I apologize. Your
I
Honor.
accept your apology. Thank you. You may now sit down.
Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Oh Lil Blue G and 404 Bacon. Would you
Yeah.
like to come up to the stand, Mr. Bacon?
So Bacon,
Yes.
is it true that you're in full netherite?
It is true that I was in full netherite, but after being brutally slapped around by fully dressed intruders, I had taken a bit of damage.
And did Sydney hit you with a diamond axe?
Sydney did indeed hit me with a diamond axe before I struck against her.
Did you have protection 5 on your netherite armor?
I did not have protection 5 on my netherite armor.
Your Honor. Your Honor. Your Honor. Incompetence. Protection 5 is not a thing.
Incompetence?
Yes, Your Honor. The opposing counsel is incompetent. Protection 5 is not a thing.
I did not
It's
have
not?
any- No, it is not, Will.
Continue.
Oh,
I did not
Um,
have anything above Prot 1 at that time, no.
yeah. Okay. So, getting hit by a diamond axe immediately after being slapped around by a bunch of other people, I would assume you'd be kind of low at that point, would you
Yes,
not?
I was hit with a diamond axe twice after being brutally slapped around by fully dressed intruders.
Sorry, I'm gonna interrupt you here.
Fully dressed.
Would you say you were participating in the slap box, or were you defending yourself?
I was defending myself, sir.
And were you slapping them back with your hands?
I was indeed slapping them back with my hands.
So that would be considered self-defense since you are applying the equal amount of force that they're applying to you.
Correct. In fact, when I told them to stop, they did indeed stop, and I went to eat food. But then when I came back, I was hit with an axe.
And is it true that even though you were, pulling a weapon and an axe and hitting her, that you were still pretty low? So you would say you
I
were
was still
on
hit. It
edge
was
and
seconds
pretty
after.
adrenaline rushed.
Yes, it was seconds after I had eaten my food, and I have not regenerated yet.
All right. No further questions, John. What?
And
What?
A witness just beat.
Your Honor, she already
I'm sorry.
talked about how
Sir,
her
Your Honor,
family-
yeah,
we
Your Honor,
need
she already
you on
talked
this
about-
matter. What is
Alright.
what's going on?
Your Honor, she already stated that her.
Any more questions, Joe?
What?
No further questions, Your Honor.
Okay, you may now sit down.
Kenzie's turn to go on stage.
Oh, okay. Hi.
You're the judge. You can say that.
I know.
Well, you don't have to whisper.
Your Honor, this feels really biased since you have been yelling at Grayson this entire time. That is your job to do things, and then the
Excuse
moment
me, I am
Joe starts
whispering
talking-
because everyone else was whispering. It seemed to fit the mood at the time.
Your Honor, I was not able to hear you fully, so please speak up next time.
Excuse me.
Your Honor, we still couldn't hear you because your mic cut out.
Okay.
Oh, hey, yeah, sorry. So, Vanilla Scoop, what were you doing at the time of all this happening?
So, during the slapbox match, can you, go further into your question?
So, were you present during the slapbox?
I was not present. I was not on the realm, no.
Your Honor,
Alright.
irrelevance. Why is she being presented as a witness if she was not present?
Because
I was
thought
just
we were-
asking about that in case she had any knowledge about that. This is for
Yes.
something different as well.
Yes.
So, the potatoes. Have you seen anyone take any potatoes?
Yes. I saw Hayden and I saw Grayson both steal potatoes from Joe and I's farm.
What time would you say this occurred?
This was about 12 a.m. on Friday. Maybe
Jesus.
1.
So,
Sorry, say that again.
12 a.m. Friday.
Yes.
So would you say that's around the time that the frogging started, when they were starting to create tunnels around Joe's base?
I actually had no recollection of tunnels. That must have happened after I had left.
Hunter, 12 a.m. is late into the night, time that I would not be on.
I would like to shut that down. You have been on later than 12 a.m., sir.
Yes.
Especially, I've seen your Discord on and your Minecraft on after 12 a.m., especially over the previous summer months. And as you know, this realm has only taken place over summer. And all the events that are currently being discussed have occurred during your time where you could stay up that late.
Thank you, Your Honor.
May
So-
I? May I
yes.
present my story as a witness point of view?
The bailiff
Me.
has indeed broken the court.
Me.
Okay, cool. So I was in a Discord call with Joe, Hayden, Grayson, and Noah. And it was about 12 a.m. on Friday, maybe even 1 a.m. And we were playing around, and I was building my base in Joe's house, which Joe gave me permission to do.
Correct.
Yes. And I was walking around, and I had just gotten my fish, Gilbert, and I was standing up on the chest, as you see in the video that was presented before. I was sitting there with my fish, sitting there watching everything happen. I was just talking, I wasn't really playing, but I did see everything happen. As they were creating their map in the floor, Hayden came walking in and was walking around when the boots and Joe took Hayden's boots to see if they were his boots, but they weren't. And then as Hayden left and Grayson somehow got in.
Your Honor, I think we are under siege. Your Honor, I think we are under siege.
Hunter,
Oh my god!
Full netherite. How did he die?
I'm sorry, I'm trying to get rid of the zombies.
Alright, no, order the
Just
court.
happened?
No, order the court. Yeah, order the court.
How did that happen? How did you leave the court to get blown away?
Shut the fuck up. Let's continue.
Okay. Well, somehow Grayson had gotten in, which I'm suspecting. Somehow Grayson got into the base by, I'm guessing, the underground tunnels, because there was no other way that he could have gotten in other than from the ladder, which I would have seen. He was actually in Sarah's room and set his spawn point in Sarah's bed and was running through the base and grabbed some potatoes and was leaving, and he dropped some potatoes behind him as he left, in which I gave the potatoes back to Joe. And that is my witness story.
Do you have any further knowledge about the events that occurred around? Like, Your Honor, can you please? Oh, okay. The bailiff stop. Do you have any other knowledge about, how the netherite armor was stolen? Who did it? Why?
I do remember Joe and I talking about the leather armor in place of the netherite armor. I have no recollection of who did it or anyone around that point.
Would you say that Hayden has the potential to grind down the netherite armor if he had stolen it, re-enchant it, and go back to show as if maybe he just wanted to try to mastermind them, try to set this big thing up to make him seem innocent? Because the netherite armor that was there before was pretty strong, but it would be pretty simple to just degrind and re-enchant with weaker enchantments. Do you think Hayden would be capable of doing something like that?
I would say yes, but Hayden was grinding a lot in the nether at the time of Joe and I talking about my fish before the trade-off of boots.
Alright.
But that
And-
doesn't...
Good.
But I'm not sure about other pieces of armor because he wasn't mining for too long to be able to get a full set of netherite armor.
Alright, because don't you did you ever find it weird that Grayson had given? Did you know that Grayson had given Joseph Palcaccio some netherite armor as a quote unquote gift?
I did not hear about that.
Well, Your Honor, please try to be
Your Honor,
professional.
please.
This is like
Please.
the
Your Honor,
first time
sorry,
I've been
what
on
is-
in a very
Your Honor,
long
please.
time.
Oh,
Your
yeah.
Honor, please.
What?
So
What's happening?
Can this be picked up a
now that as
little?
you know, Grayson had given Joe some nether armor to kind of, I guess, be like, hey, I'm sorry that this was taken from you. Here, have this instead.
Your Honor, violation of the best evidence rule. No evidence is provided to show the gift
I'm trying
provided by
to,
Mr.
Joe.
Bradner.
I'm trying.
Yeah, no evidence.
Your
Was,
Honor, can
no
you
evidence.
please stop shitting in the courtroom?
Sorry, I tell you that damn Chipotle down
Your
the
Honor,
street.
Your Honor, did you say continue?
I did say continue.
I actually did know about the. I wasn't sure what you were talking about because
Oh, okay.
I had just joined on Friday evening.
Okay, yeah.
So my first time on was about 9 o'clock p.m.
So, did you ever find it suspicious that, for some reason, Grayson, after the netherite was taken, and after it became very public that the netherite was taken, did you ever find it suspicious that really quickly Grayson becomes suddenly friendly and gives Joe just netherite armor out of nowhere to compensate for his losses when he has been stealing from Joe this entire time? Did you ever find that suspicious?
Your Honor, speculation. No stealing occurred. That is merely an opinion.
Your Honor, you can
Continue.
clearly see that the. Yeah, thank
The
you, Your Honor.
potato theft.
I'm talking about. So, did you ever find it just weird that immediately after the netherite was very publicly stolen and gone, did you ever find it weird that Grayson just became friendly with a man he's been terrorizing for the last week?
That is a bit
Your Honor,
suspicious.
leading the witness.
Yes.
Please continue.
Your Honor, I said the exact same thing to Joe. Will called leading the witness, and you did not allow it to continue. So I would like
He
you to
said continue.
reevaluate that. I'd like you to reevaluate
I
that.
said continue. It's
So-
not that big a deal.
Would you find it suspicious as well that immediately after the netherite was stolen, that not only does Grayson, just
Your
suddenly
Honor, leading the witness.
Please continue.
that out of nowhere, Grayson starts being friendly and gives Joe netherite armor to compensate, as if trying to make himself look innocent. And Hayden also walks into a base and lets himself be inspected by Joe
Your Honor,
with
leading the
netherite armor
witness.
as well.
I would agree, but I want to. This seems like an important point. I want to see where.
Your Honor, this is quid pro quo. You are clearly incredibly biased.
So-
How?
To add to
Your
this,
Honor, I would not be allowed to make such a point, and yet you are allowing him to lead
You
the
would
witness.
be more
An
than allowed to make
objection.
such a
Your
point.
Honor, he is committing an objection.
Your Honor, it
and
was under
you are
my
not.
impression that the honor was the owner of this court, therefore no one should be able to argue with him.
That is true. Please continue. Wrap it up, though. I will not allow much longer.
So, I am just saying, don't you guys find it guilty, or just at least a little bit weird, that immediately after something was publicly stolen, a party that was basically already being accused immediately tried to become friendly and let themselves become inspected to see it, and in their eyes and others' eyes become innocent? Sorry,
yes,
something popped up on my
I-
screen.
Sorry.
Yes,
I'm continuing. Oh, never mind, you continue.
I do agree with that. Yes.
That immediately after they just stole in your base, make sure that you think that they aren't guilty. That's the first thing they do.
That is suspicious. Yes.
All right, no further questions, Your Honor.
All right. I believe. Oh, you may sit down. Sorry. I believe.
I would like to cross-examine Ms. Boop.
Oh, yes. Sorry. Come back. This is just taking way too fucking
Your Honor,
long.
can I have a water break? I've been talking for a long time.
Just drink water.
Your Honor, I do
I
not.
can't.
request
I'm
a
wired
break.
to my headset.
Your Honor, I do not request a recess.
I'm very.
I'm sorry.
Just go water real
Like,
quick.
pick
Will,
this
just
up
go
a
grab water real
little.
quick.
Just go grab water. You're not talking.
I'll object
you
for
may.
you.
You may begin.
Ms.
Mr.
Boop, I'd like to talk about what you stated earlier.
Yes.
So, Joe did in fact inspect Hayden's armor, yes?
Yes, that is true.
And And as you stated, it was not the enchantments that were on the other armor.
It was not. No.
So one could say that it was not Joe's armor.
Objection, Foundation.
Sustained. Please move on.
Your Honor, this is leading to a relevant point that I think you would like to hear.
Okay, continue.
Miss Boop, so you might say that it was not Joe's armor because it did not have the enchantments that would lead one to believe that it was in fact Joe's armor.
Objection, Contact.
Your Honor, that was the same question.
Please continue.
Miss Boop, please answer the question.
I would like to say that there is a possibility that it wasn't, but there's not enough information that it was.
Based on just the enchantments on the armor, there is no proof that it was in fact Mr. Akacho's armor.
Correct. There is no proof.
Correct, thank you. Okay, now as Mr. Blue stated, he believes, and you believe, that Hayden might have the ability to grind down an armor to change the enchantments. But wouldn't you say that someone such as Mr. Swing or Mr. Blue might also have the ability to grind down that armor?
Objection here, Your Honor.
Your Honor, I'm
Please
simply asking.
Objection, relevant.
Get to the point very quickly, though. I don't see where this
So
is
wouldn't
going.
you say that anybody could grind down armor and change the enchantments? Not
Yes.
specifically. Thank you.
I would.
Also, as you stated, Mr. Soda was grinding in the Nether to get his own armor.
Though
correct?
Correct, but it was only for an hour, or not even that. So
One could simply get lucky and accumulate a large amount of netherite in
Objection
an hour.
relevant, Your Honor.
Sustained. Please move on.
Okay, thank you, Miss Boop.
thank you.
Are you done,
Alright.
Mr. Relic?
Wait, hang on. No, I still got more. Oh, okay. So as Mr. Blue stated, there was something of a gift. You know nothing about the gift?
I do not know anything about the gift. No.
Okay, thank you. You may sit down.
Sorry. What did you just say?
You may call her to sit down. She has
okay.
my permission. To sit down.
That first time you said a little.
She has my.
he just-
She has,
I already gave
she
you a
has-
warning
Your
about
Honor,
making
Your
decisions
Honor,
to the court.
Your
Calm
Honor,
down.
Your Honor. She has my permission to sit down. Now it's your turn to give her permission. To
That
sit
is not something you should typically
That is-
say.
that
You
is
have
exactly-
my permission to sit down. You may both go sit down.
down. I'm not done.
You
here.
pull that. You pull that
Shenanigans.
again.
Your Honor,
you may have some issues,
Your Honor,
Mr.
Your Honor,
Relic.
I was simply giving her my permission, and she still needed yours. All right. Next up, I would like to call Mr.
No.
Bacon to the. I'd like to call Mr. Bacon to the stand.
I'm coming.
Okay.
Ooh.
That's your mom's last night.
He is
Sorry,
coming.
Your Honor. I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Your Honor. Okay. Your Honor. Sorry. Mr. Bacon. I've heard about a gift. Could you please describe what this gift was?
This gift had lower than half durability, helmet, chestplate, and leggings of netherite enchanted armor.
What else was in the gift?
There were also very few potatoes in that.
Very
box.
few. What do you say is very few?
Very few. I mean, there's probably like only 16 potatoes in there.
16 potatoes.
Sorry, Your Honor. I got disconnected.
Irrelevant.
Very well.
All right. Mr. Bacon, was there anything else included
irrelevant. I'm his
in this
lawyer.
box?
Excuse me.
Was there anything else included with this gift?
Not that I have recollection of. No.
Not that you have recollection of. There wasn't a specific box that was particularly valuable that it was given in.
Okay, so the box was a shulker box
And where would one get such a shulker box?
from the shop.
All right, by spending money. That is correct. All right, you may sit down.
Again,
Mr. Fox, you can now give him your permission for him to sit down.
he does not need your permission to sit down.
Yes, he does, Your Honor.
No, he does
I'm
not.
done
He
with
does
the
not need your position.
Your Honor, he actually do.
Your Honor, I'm
Yeah,
done
he
with the
does.
witness. Now you dismiss him.
Will, are you good?
Your Honor, that is how
I
it
don't like the
goes.
way you're talking. You may go sit down,
Thank
Mr.
you,
Bacon.
sir. Thank you, Your
Yeah,
Alright,
Honor.
Mr. Relic.
And finally, I would like to call up Mr. Bradner as my last witness.
Okay.
Well, hold on.
All right. Okay. Mr. Bradner, did you give Mr. Bacon a gift?
Objection, vague and ambiguous.
Your Honor.
Objection, Your Honor. Vague and ambiguous.
Objection,
Honor, I'm
asked and
saying-
answered.
Your Honor,
Objection, Your Honor.
what is
Asked
Mr.
and
Bacon?
answered.
Why is Mr. Bacon?
Yo, message it to me. What the
Can I-
fuck?
Message
Your Honor,
me.
I'm simply asking a question.
Yeah, you may continue. Sorry.
Thank you, Your Honor. Yes, I did in fact give Joe a gift. And why did you give Joe such a gift?
Okay, Connor,
Joe?
amigos.
Continue.
I was giving Joe a gift because he was really mad at me for something that I didn't do, so I just wanted to give him a gift as an apology. Oh, what was Joe mad at you for? Oh, I allegedly.
Please continue.
Oh, I allegedly stole potatoes, which there's no evidence to. I also allegedly stole armor.
Okay.
What was
Objection,
included?
hearsay.
That's not hearsay. Please
That
continue.
is hearsay.
He did just admit.
Your Honor, I was
admitted
stating.
that
Your Honor,
he
I
stole
was
it, which is
stating
a
the
rumor.
fact. Your Honor, I was stating the fact that there was a rumor about stealing the armor. I was not spreading the rumor.
I'm gonna sustain the hearsay objection. You just
Okay.
dug yourself into a hole with that answer
Anyway.
to me.
Continuing. What was included in the gift? Oh, just some potatoes that I farmed from my own field to give to him, and then some armor that I grinded for, which is why I do not have another right armor, is because I gave it to him as a gift, as an apology. An apology for what? For nothing.
amigos.
Anyway, an apology for nothing. He was just mad at me, so I wanted to give him something as a peace gift. But when I gave it to him, he was,
Objection Foundation.
if anything, more mad at me.
Stop.
If anything, he was more mad at me and was more irritable towards me after giving him such a gift.
Objection, Honor.
Which was
Relevant.
out of my pocket.
Objection,
Uh,
relevant,
Objection
Honor.
sustained. I don't see how this pertains to the overall case. Please move on.
Okay, Your Honor, I would just like to end this by stating that my client, Mr. Bradner, gave Joe a gift of faith and friendship.
Holy Honor.
That's not a gift that holds up in court, sir. That has to be of real. Also, what relevance does this have to the case? This sounds like you were just trying to make yourself sound good in the court of law.
That is, in fact, what I'm trying to do is show
That is
the
not
goodness in my client and the fact that he's not the one.
no. Listen to me. It's not your turn to. You. So whatever. Continue.
Your Honor, I'm simply trying to make my client seem in the good light.
You trying to make your client seem more of a good person doesn't do anything for you.
That's
court.
exactly what he's supposed to do, Your Honor.
Your Honor, that is exactly what I'm supposed to do. Is to show you why my client didn't do
Please
it.
go sit down, Mr. Relly.
Your Honor, I cannot connect to the server.
Will, whenever you DC and reconnect, you're staring
You're
at me.
You're staring at
You're
Joe.
just-
Your Honor, I
Everyone,
cannot connect to the
shut-
server. Your Honor,
Yes.
I will not be able to be there in a physical form, Your Honor, but I can be here in the state of mouth.
That is
Your Honor.
what the fuck? That is fine.
So
Okay,
can Joe stand
it's
in
time-
my place for me,
Yes, it is time for the closing arguments.
Your Honor?
That means go sit down, Joe.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
called me up to the stand, so.
Okay.
How many more things are we doing?
I mean, until we get
Fortnite
sad.
balls
This has
all up
been
in
the
your face.
longest court
Fortnite balls all up in.
for no
Sorry,
reason.
Your Honor.
I mean,
Your
Grayson
Honor, I
did
believe
take
this-
at least like 10 minutes just
You
interviewing
took
himself.
so much more. You took so
Can I
much
just say,
more.
though,
I took way longer. Well, I
wait.
Will
take
took
way
way
longer.
longer. Will took
I
twice
take
as long as I
5
did.
years longer. Yeah,
Can
I'm
I-
not gonna lie. I take way longer.
Your Honor, can we please continue?
At least it was
Can I just say, I was never cross-examined by the other side.
They didn't want to cross-examine you. They don't want to cross-examine you. All right.
Yeah, I didn't. No offense. It's
Okay,
not
it
like
is-
worthless, but like,
What does the horn mean?
That's
Your Honor, I
It's
can't
the
hear the
shut
horn.
the fuck up horn.
Your
okay.
Honor, I can't hear the
Well
horn.
said, Honor.
Okay, that's actually fair. Sorry, did you just speak to me, bailiff? What?
I said well said, Your Honor.
Thank you. Okay. So
said
it
some
is
bad
time
shit.
is it your turn to talk? No, it is not. It's time for our closing arguments. Since it seems that Mr. Blue has a issue with living right now, I'm gonna put it on Mr.
Alright,
Rillick to
happens a
deliver
lot.
his closing argument first.
Thank you, Your Honor. All right, I would like to finish this by talking about the credibility of the prosecution. Mr. Bacon has been seen murdering somebody. One of the few times somebody has been murdered. All of them actually have been done by Mr. Bacon. Yeah. Hey. Okay, I'll be there in a second. Yeah, I know I'll be there in a second. And guy's still doing it. Okay.
Excuse me, Mr. Relic, do we need to take a
I'm so
recess
sorry.
for
No,
your
no, no,
parents?
I'm
Objection
so sorry.
relevance?
No, I'm so sorry. No, I'm so sorry.
Objection relevant.
Your Honor, I would like to bring into account the credibility of Mr. Bacon. He not only murdered Howie, which we see in proof, but he has also been recorded to have murdered the bailiff, actually, Mr. Swing, multiple
not
times.
speculation.
Objection, Your Honor. Relevance.
If you-
Objection, Your Honor.
if you-
Relevance.
This has no relevance.
Objection,
This
Your
has
Honor.
no
You murdered
relevance.
some foundation.
It
Your Honor,
has no
Objection,
relevance.
Foundation,
Your Honor.
hearsay, and
Your Honor.
relevance.
Please
Your Honor.
move on. This has no relevance.
Your Honor, the purpose of this court is to make my client seem better and his client seem worse. That is why I'm talking
The
to you about
purpose
the
of this
credibility.
court is get to the bottom of who did what in this situation. that
Exactly,
we're
Your
here
Honor,
for.
and I'm trying to tell you why he is not irrelevant. Oh, wait, or sorry, why he's not a.
Objection, Your Honor. Relevance. Objection, Your Honor. Relevance.
Sorry, sorry.
Remember.
Your Honor,
Sustained.
wait,
Please
okay.
move on.
Yes,
Objection,
No.
Your Honor. Relevance.
maybe. Can I finish this?
Objection, Your Honor. Relevance.
Okay, well, I'll give it to you. I think I have it. Yes. Okay,
Objection, Your Honor. Relevance.
Objective,
Your Honor.
objection.
Your-
Non-responsive.
Your Honor,
Objection,
I.
Foundation.
Your Honor,
Objection, Your
I.
Honor. Non-responsive.
Your Honor, please order in the court. Oh my God. Okay,
I can't hear Your Honor. I
Honor.
need hearing aids.
Your Honor, we cannot hear you.
Please continue.
All right, Your Honor. Now I'd like to talk about the punishments that are being proposed. I would like to say that Mr. Soto, despite the evidence that was provided, has not been proven to have broken and entered. There's been zero proof that shows him breaking and entering or entering without being asked to. The claim that somebody made a base underneath their base with a bed that belonged to Mr. Bradner, there's no proof that it belonged to Mr. Bradner.
No one said that.
The attack,
No one said that.
no one said what?
That there's a base under there with your bed.
Yes, that was at the beginning.
Am I high? No one say that, Your Honor.
That was definitely said.
You did
Joe
drop
definitely
cocaine
went up there.
before this.
That was
Your Honor, Your Honor, I did not say that,
Mr.
Your Honor.
Your
Your Honor,
Your
Your Honor,
not-
that was a point that he made.
I do
It
not
was like
remember that being
frogging or whatever.
stated.
It was the
Objection
frogging. It was
foundation.
the frogging point.
Objection leading.
Frogging
Honor.
was brought up. The
Foundation.
bed thing was not. Please
Your Honor,
continue.
Your Honor, the frogging point was the bed.
I'm
the
sorry.
bed-
Frogging just sounds like every time I hear frogging, it does not. It just sounds weird.
Your Honor, that is what the frogging claim is about. The frogging claim, the fact that the bed was made by Mr. Bredner or by Mr. Soto, is completely false. It's based on zero
Objection
evidence.
relevance.
Your Honor, this is what the case is about. I'm
This is-
addressing what they are suing Mr. Bradner for. Okay. The points that occurred, there is none. And then the points that the armor was stolen by either Mr. Bradner or by Mr. Soto, there's zero proof.
Objection rumors.
That's what I'm doing, Mom.
That's what he's saying. Joe. That's what he said.
I'm sorry, Mr. Relic. Do we need to take a
Objection
moment
number
to
one.
just
No, Your Honor, no.
Will. It
Your
can
Honor,
also-
objection
please
relevance.
finish your statement up. This has
Your
gone
Honor,
on too
objection
long.
relevance. Non-responsive.
Your Honor,
Please continue.
Your Honor, Your Honor. So I would like to finish this by saying, again, their claims have been made by slanderous and baseless with zero evidence.
Objection, Your Honor.
And I
Objection,
hope that due
hearsay.
process
There was evidence.
goes
Objection,
and I
Your Honor.
hope-
There was evidence.
There was indeed evidence.
evidence that was inconclusive and did not show their claims.
Objection,
It
Your Honor.
me-
Your Honor,
Your Honor, the
when
evidence merely showed.
Your Honor, Vanilla Boop testified that where Hidden came from, there was no entrance.
Your Honor, that is purely hearsay. There's no proof to show where they entered
Objection.
from. That is merely
Your
her.
Honor, Your Honor, the way Joe's base is laid out, you've been
Shut
there.
the fuck
You
up,
know how
Horn.
it
Let's all
works.
shut the
Let's
fuck
hear
up.
Your Honor, that
Your
is
Honor.
a violation of. Oh,
Just
sorry.
please shut the fuck up, Horn.
I
Okay.
apologize.
Let's please end your closing argument and let's stop the objection claims because this is an argument, not a testimony.
Your
You
Honor,
still-
the evidence provided by the witnesses violates the parole evidence rule, which says that it's unwritten evidence provided only orally with no solid evidence to back it up. Anyway, I would like to end my closing statement with saying that my client, Mr. Soto and Mr. Bradner, are both innocent based off of the evidence that was provided by my opposing counsel, which was inconclusive and did not show that any crimes were committed. Thank you.
Okay,
I'll
Mr.
not-
William Hartwell
Yes.
Weeks. It is now
Yes,
your
yes,
turn
Your Honor.
for your closing argument.
I can go up on the stand if you want.
Joe,
Please
would
do.
you like to do this, or would you want me to do it? Because I'm not there to be able to do it
I
for
mean, I
you.
can
So
go
if
on
you want
the
to do
stand.
it,
You can
if
just
Your
ask
Honor,
me questions.
Well,
There's
we're
no
not asking
questions,
questions.
it's
This is a
closing.
closing
Yeah, Joe.
argument.
Well, just
this is closing
Right.
argument, Joe.
Joe, you're gonna stand out front there, not.
Joe, do you want me to
Work,
represent
Chris.
you? or do you want to do it yourself?
Joe cannot do it himself, Your Honor.
I
He
cannot.
cannot
Well, Your
legally
Honor,
do it himself.
I also
Well, he
cannot.
could. He can. He can do it
could.
himself.
I can't.
if he wants.
I'm
the
not
lawyer
there.
is
Your Honor,
technically not here.
Your Honor, no, he cannot. His lawyer is still able to speak.
I am. Yes,
His
but I mean,
lawyer over him can do it. It does not matter.
Yeah, Grayson, you're literally representing yourself. right
you're
now.
not, but you're not.
And
You have a lawyer.
sorry,
yes,
is it your
the
turn to
lawyer
talk?
has to take-
Your Honor,
The
Your
lawyer
Honor,
has had to kind of take a break because the Wi-Fi shut off.
Can we here? You know what? I'm blowing the. That's not the shut the fuck up horn. That's the other one. Can we all like continue?
Your Honor,
please?
I'll do it. Your Honor, I'll do it. Okay.
Can I walk around for him? Just
Yes.
pace around here.
Yes.
Yes, please. That's what I'm doing in my room right now, actually. Your Honor, as you can see in the video, you know how the base is laid out. So you know that the area that Joe is hanging out in, right?
Your Honor, that is quid pro quo. He's basing it off of your experience.
I'm
with him.
sorry. Did I not just say that we are going to stop with the objections since this is not
Your Honor, you did
testimony?
not
These are
say that.
closing arguments.
Your Honor, you did not
Your
say
Honor, we
that.
can still
I
objection.
very clearly did
Actually,
say that.
He did.
Are
He
you
did say
making
that.
a claim that I didn't
He
say
did.
something? I am the judge here.
Your Honor,
So
I'm being,
please
I'm
get
being
your
whipped
private
over.
parts away
Your
from
Honor,
me.
Clearly
Your Honor,
biased. I'm
Your
sorry.
Your Honor,
Can
Your
we
Honor.
all shut the fuck up? Thank you.
Your Honor, that is incredibly
Your Honor.
unprofessional.
Your Honor. Okay. In experiences through your lifetime, you've been to this base, correct?
Are you asking me?
Yes, Your Honor. Have you
Um,
been to Joe's base?
I have, yes.
So in the area that are hanging out, would you say it's a one-way tunnel?
Your Honor, you are not on trial.
No,
I am
I'm
indeed not on
asking.
trial. He's asking a few questions. It's
Your Honor,
fine.
you did not answer my questions when I asked them to you, so I would like.
That was during testimony when other people were at question.
Your Honor,
This is closing arguments. During closing arguments, you may speak to the judge.
Your Honor, this is incredibly biased.
It's,
Your Honor.
it's literally not. You didn't
You
ask
didn't ask
questions during
questions.
closing arguments.
Your Honor. Please.
I don't know
Your
how
Honor.
much Judge Judy you've watched, but okay. Please
Please,
continue.
Your Honor. So, Your Honor, you've been to this base. The area that you're hanging out in, would you say that the entrance would lead to the area that you're hanging out in?
I would say that it does not, no.
And in the video, you did see Hayden come from Sarah's room. Does
I
Sarah's
did,
room have
yes.
an entrance?
Sarah's room does have an entrance.
What entrance would that be?
It would be a doorway.
No, does it have like an entrance like from the outside?
It's connected to a hallway.
No.
Would that
no.
hallway reach the entrance?
It would not, no.
Okay, so you would say there's no way someone could just be in Sarah's room, just get there without coming through you guys first, because it's a one-way thing into Sarah's.
That is
You know,
true,
room?
yes.
So Hayden came from an area that you could only access through coming through you guys, which you didn't see him come through, or he could just break in, correct?
That is true.
And what is Hayden being sued for?
Are you asking? me?
Why are
Breaking
you
and
asking?
entering. He's being sued for breaking and entering.
True, yes.
And there's evidence that he was coming from Sarah's room, and sure, let's say he was invited. He's still breaking and entering. He still broke into the house, and there's no evidence that he was or wasn't invited. Everything else, Mr. Brander here has applied against us. He as well does not have any evidence against us. He's just saying what we have doesn't work.
That is true.
But I just showed you how he is wrong in that case too, because Hayden had to have broken and entered into the building in order to come
Your
from
Honor.
Sarah's room.
Purely,
It's not your turn to talk,
Opinion,
Mr.
there's-
Relic. You've already
Your
given
Honor?
your closing argument.
Your Honor's is purely opinion. There's no fact.
It is not your turn to talk, Mr. Relic. You've already given your closing argument.
Your Honor,
may
that
I-
is an objection.
May
It is
I
not
say
your turn to
something?
talk, Mr. Relic. You've already given your closing argument.
May I?
Your
say
Honor, this is
something?
not.
It
This
is
is
not
not
your
elementary
turn
school.
Your Honor,
to
Your Honor,
fucking
may I client
talk.
say
What did
something?
I just say?
Your Honor, may my client say something?
Your client may not say something.
Well, shikadoodle badoodle.
I mean, it has to
Sorry,
be
Your
a
Honor.
closing statement.
One person can give a closing
Oh, okay,
statement.
Fair enough.
That is your lawyer.
And that closing statement is only your lawyer.
It is.
John. So, as I stated, Hayden must have broken and entered. So the frogging, Your Honor.
Hello.
Weren't you there for the frogging? Weren't you there to see what happened?
It's there for parts of this frogging incident, indeed.
would you say did you see any of the tunneling? Because you lived there.
I did witness there is a tunnel, I can confirm, as Jesus himself. There is a tunnel leading to the armor stand, directly behind the armor stand from the top of the base. There's a tunnel that goes straight to it. There's
And
also a
Grayson-
tunnel that leads straight to the potato farm.
And Grayson admitted to building these tunnels earlier, did he not?
He did.
Objection, Your Honor. My client did not admit to
We
building
are
a tunnel
not
to the
doing
potato farm.
objections in
Your
the
Honor,
closing
Your
arguments.
Honor, Your Honor.
We are not.
My client did not admit to making
That's
a tunnel
the shut
into
the fuck
potato
up.
farm.
Your Honor,
Shut
Your
the
Honor.
fuck up,
Let's
please.
say even if he didn't admit to breaking these. So these tunnels obviously were not made by Bacon. Were not made by Sarah since she hasn't been on for a while. Could not have been made by Nico. Hayden has already broken and entered, so this would just add more. And there's no one else besides Howie. And Howie also wasn't on. Grayson was the only one at the time that would have been able and had the ability to build these tunnels. And it fits with what else we're suing him for, which is frogging. He had been living around and in Joe's base for maybe about a couple of hours.
Your Honor,
And
here's
the tunnels led directly into the armory room, which we are also suing Grayson Brandner for the theft of the netherite armor. Grayson was indeed frogging, even if the fire pit base wasn't his. Because there was a base near the fire pit as well. It was under the fire pit, there was a base. And Grayson also spawned back in Sarah's bed, supposedly. Supposedly, he spawned back in Sarah's bed after he had died. Which, again, Grayson was not invited to Joe's house. And you should know
Nor
this, Your Honor,
Sarah's
as
bed.
you live here. Nor Sarah's bed, Your Honor. And I find it kind of weird to have a man in your bed when you haven't invited him.
That is true. That is another crime within itself.
Your Honor, there's
Exactly,
no
Your
proof
Honor.
that I was not invited into Sarah's bed when Sarah was not there.
Oh, I wouldn't get into this. Grayson.
sorry.
As I
Grayson,
was
I wouldn't.
Wait,
this is a
wait,
whole
Grace,
Your
you
Honor.
just brought up
Sarah has
Sarah's
been
name.
on.
Sarah can legally testify now.
No, she
Oh,
can't.
she
It's
can.
closing.
She can.
No,
Yes.
it's closing.
She can.
She can.
I'm
You've
going to
legally
brush
just brought her
No,
name up.
it's
She can come.
closing. It's closing.
I'm
If
going
you
to
have
brush
just
up.
brought her name up in this court of law, she can legally testify.
All right,
Does that mean I can talk?
Yes,
If it was
you may be
Your
brought
Honor,
forward.
Oh my
Your
God,
Honor,
yes! Oh,
Sarah,
Hayden
Sarah,
cannot
Sarah,
come in my room!
Sarah,
we
Your Honor,
please?
Your Honor, it is closing.
This
Your
is
Honor,
so
she cannot be brought in
Is
to
the
testify
relic?
because
That
it's
is
closing.
how court works. If
No, it's
you
not, Your
mention
Honor.
someone, they may come
No.
testify.
Your
That's
Honor,
how court
Your Honor,
cases work.
Your Honor, Your Honor, please listen. You can testify if it is still
Are you
during the
telling me how
testimony.
to run a court?
Your Honor, you are incompetent if you do not know how to run your court.
I know how to run a court better than you know
All
how
right,
to
Your
run
Honor,
your
Your Honor,
legs.
Your
You
Honor,
shut
Your Honor,
the fuck up.
Your Honor, please.
Your Honor,
Your Honor,
Your Honor,
please.
please. Your Honor, please. Everyone, please. Your Honor. Your Honor. May we have Sarah come and testify for a
Oh.
quick couple of sentences?
You have
Your Honor.
30 seconds. Go.
Okay.
My
Sarah,
God.
would
Sarah,
you say
Sarah,
that
okay.
Hayden or Grayson were invited at all into your base at
No,
all?
no, of course
All right,
not.
okay. Did you ever invite Grayson into your bed for some reason?
No,
All right, so you did not invite Grayson into your bed at all.
no,
Did you ever see him go into your bed, or did you ever see him in the base? Did you ever see?
no. I was with Tiffany.
All right. No further questions, Your Honor.
All right.
Okay, Your Honor, Your Honor, I get a rebuttal. Your Honor, I get a rebuttal. Your Honor, I get a
Your
rebuttal.
Honor.
Sir, calm down. Calm down, sir.
Your Honor.
Where is the bailiff? Where is the bailiff?
Your Honor.
This
Your Honor.
man is
Excuse me.
yelling.
Excuse me. Order in the court. Order in the court.
Your Honor. Your Honor.
You have a 15.
Go.
You have 30 seconds to cross-examine. It's only fair. Go.
All right. Go. Grayson.
Your Honor, Miss Sarah, thank you for your contributions to the court.
27.
Mr. Fox, I would just like to finish again my statement by saying anything that they said, including the claims made by Miss Sarah, were just based on opinion. There was no facts to back it up. It was just a statement with no facts provided. Thank you.
No
the
facts,
group
operator?
did say
I'm
you
sorry,
spawned
Your Honor.
in
Mr.
Sarah's
Bacon, Mr. Bacon,
Mr. Bacon, it's not your turn to
bed. I'm
talk.
sorry, sir.
Mr.
And I
Bacon's
believe
turn to
that
talk.
concludes the
Your Honor, I'm
court
not
hearing.
finished.
You
Your Honor, I'm not
are
finished.
you are not finished with your closing statement.
Your
I'm
Honor,
not
Finish.
finished with my closing
Please
statement, Your Honor.
finish.
So, Your Honor.
Quickly.
Your Honor. So, in your entire time of living in Joe's base, did you invite Grayson or Hayden into your base? Into the base? Your Honor.
I did not.
Okay. So that is who lives in the base, Your Honor.
Who lives in the base?
Yes, Your Honor.
That would be me, Mr. Bacon, Miss Boop, and Miss Sarah.
Your Honor, I have questioned you, and you just said you have never invited either of them into the base. Meaning they've never been invited. Joe said
I
he has
have
never
not
invited them
invited
into the
them.
base.
True.
Boop said they have never invited them to the base, and Sarah also just said they've never invited them to the base. So that is now evidence that no one has invited them to the base. No one has invited Hayden or Grayson, yet they were both in it, Your Honor.
Your Honor, there is no
At
proof
least Hayden.
that my
At
client,
least
Mr.
Hayden.
Brandner, was in the
There's no
house.
evidence that Mr. Brandner was in. Yes, he is correct. But there was evidence that Hayden was. And there's also evidence that he was not invited. So,
There
Your
is-
Honor, I think at the very minimum, very bare minimum, Your Honor, that is at least breaking and entering.
For Mr. Soto.
For Mr. Sutton, yes, for Mr. Hayden Sutton. Because he's never been invited by anyone to this base.
Okay.
Also, Grayson was in Joe's base when he was defending himself. Remember, he did kind of, say that when, remember when they were attacking him, ganking
Your Honor,
on him?
that was outside of the base.
Your Honor, hearsay.
What? You...
Hold on, bailiff.
Your Honor, the bailiff.
Your Honor, that was outside of the base, not inside of the base.
Your Honor, it was
Grace,
the entire
Your Honor,
cave is my.
Your Honor,
Can we
Mr.
end this
Bacon
court
cannot-
case?
Your Honor,
Please,
Your
Your
Honor,
Honor.
Your Honor,
Please,
Your Honor,
Your Honor.
Your Honor, they said the cave. Do you not live in a cave, Your Honor? Do you
I
guys
do
not live in a cave?
cave.
Your Honor, does that mean all
Definitely not.
caves belong to you? No.
No, does not. Can we? That is
Your
the end
Honor,
of the
Your
hearing.
Honor, Your
Finish
Honor,
it up.
one more
Finish
sentence,
it.
One more sentence. So the cave, and then they said that they let Joe go back into his base to regenerate and eat food. That means that he was close enough to his base
Your Honor,
to be able to
that
run
never occurred.
into his base, then
It's
come
not
back
your turn
out
to
to
talk,
eat.
Mr. Radner.
Your Honor,
Yes,
nobody ever said that
Your
he
Honor,
went back
please
into his
let me
base to
finish.
regen.
You did.
No, nobody did.
When you guys were fighting him,
I said I
the
Joe
was-
said that-
slap fight.
Both of you
He did not-
during
He did
the
not
I
return to the base.
arguments.
He did not
During this
return to the
fight.
base. He did
Okay,
not
just
return to the base.
stop.
He merely ate food and regen. He never said that he went back into his base. Because he did not.
You said when I asked if you would stop attacking him if he went into his base, you literally said that he went into his base and you stopped attacking him
Yes,
when he
after.
was eating food.
After, in the final, no, there was no eating food. That was in the final moments after he murdered Sydney. Then he went to his base. But when
Okay,
he ate
either
food,
way,
he was
either
not
way,
in his
after
base.
he murdered Sydney and he went to the base, he was that close to immediately kill someone in the cave. You were just slapboxing in and then immediately go back home. I feel like the cave that they live in, if it's a cave and they're that close, that means the cave extends to that point that you are in. Does it not? Your Honor. I'm not asking you, Grayson. I'm asking Your Honor.
That's why I did not reply.
Please end your closing arguments. This is
Your Honor,
wrong.
that was more than
That'll
one
be all.
sentence.
That will be all, Your Honor.
That was much.
Can I say something real
Okay.
fast?
Yeah, Your
No,
Honor.
Sydney, no, Sydney.
Please
Can
say
I
it
say
quick.
something real
Yeah.
fast with
Yeah.
that
Say it
point
quick.
was I know exactly where we were, and before then we were all in this base because I was getting a tour. We were
which
allowed in.
wasn't invited.
No, we were allowed in. I literally came and said, "Hey, can I come see your base real quick? Because I want a tour." You said, "All right."
No, you were already
Objection,
in the base
foundation,
when I
objection,
said
Your
No,
Honor,
no, no,
foundation.
Yes.
no, 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 no,
Your
no.
Honor, this is not a lawyer.
This is not
No.
part of the conversation. Can we please end this court case?
It does explain why we
You
were in the base.
already
though.
up here on trial earlier. There was nothing further.
It explains why we were in
There's
the
nothing
base.
further.
She is not
You
on
did
Nothing
say
further.
yes.
Non trial, she should not have a closing argument, Your Honor.
We are going to end this court case. Recess for 5 minutes. I will have my decision.
Your Honor.
I'll be right back.
Your Honor.
You're done. You're done, Will.
You're done.
Everyone's
You're
done. There's
done.
no
As-
more.
I
There's
just wanted
no
to say
more.
Thank you.
I would also like to thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, hey, well,
Where's
you're welcome.
All right, I'll be right back.
Oh, Am I supposed to be muted?
Oh, I think we're
Oh,
supposed
no,
to
you're
sit here and
fine.
like
This
jack
is
off or
recess.
something.
This is
recess.
great.
guys are free to
Oh,
do
Joe,
No,
I love
Joe,
you,
I'm
Joe. I'm your
stuttering
biggest
on
fan.
purpose, you know? I'm stuttering on purpose, you know? I'm
Yeah.
trying my best to stutter here. Fuck
Oh, are
you.
you?
You think I'm trying
Oh.
my best to stutter?
No,
Fuck you, man.
it's, I'm sorry. Will, it just sounds like cause you're.
Yeah,
it
I
sounds
know,
like,
I know.
It sounds very
I didn't
bad when
exactly
you're
have a
stuttering.
script, and I was winging it. But I mean,
I know.
there was 50% of the time where I was like, and the other 50% is like, so would you say it's a little bit suspicious that
Yeah.
they were instantly becoming friendly the moment after
Just
something
like
public
when
like
that
that happened?
when that happens, just like take a moment, like just take a few seconds.
I
Okay?
couldn't, man. I was like, gotta keep
Joe.
going, or else it's gonna be awkward.
Yes,
Joe is
sir.
the winner.
Can I pull you to the side for a
thanks,
second?
Sarah. Thanks, Judge Sarah.
Yeah.
Jury, Sarah.
Thanks, Jury Sarah.
Judge Sarah.
Jay.
I don't
Yeah,
think
wait,
she should.
so I
No,
made
wait.
that-
Sarah
what was the
shouldn't be
other
a
point?
judge if she was in the witness.
Hey, Joe,
it's a
I know I made
double.
another point that you were like, oh, you're good. What was that one? What was that one?
Huh? Oh, I think you
I
just
made
like
another.
it was. It
Please
was
stop
some-
hitting each other.
Honey, Shay, stop.
Your Honor, may I take you aside for a second
Oh,
Why? Respectfully, I don't mean this in a disrespectful way.
to
Why?
talk over something?
Joe.
Mhm.
Sure.
So wait,
Hey.
what was it? Because
I
I was
don't
really
think-
proud of
I
that
don't
point, but I
remember.
forgot. Oh, I have it recorded. I recorded that entire thing, so I'm gonna.
I did too. So,
Can I be
What?
Switzerland?
Can someone
Just be
send
neutral?
me this?
it's a large file.
Oh my,
We've been
yeah,
here
I
for like
still
an
want
hour and
it.
a half.
Joe.
I still want this.
I
my
remember you were
God,
like
I'm
in
so
the middle
dead.
of it. You're like, oh, you are.
I know.
oh.
I know.
Yeah, can I also be sent?
Yeah,
it?
I'll upload it to YouTube and I'll send you guys. the
That's great.
Like, yeah, I
please.
remember being so proud of it because they came up with it in the moment too.
link.
I
Yeah.
swear, bro, if this doesn't end soon, bro, I was supposed to be doing
'Cause,
my
like-
studying for my test.
The way Grayson was like playing it, I was like, all right, you want to play it like that? You want to play things to just
God,
boom.
dude,
Oh, I remember. It
Grayson
was the death
lagged
message. It was
a
the death
lot
message.
on that.
Oh well, who could have done? It was the death message. I was like, supposedly Grayson, no, supposedly Joe was trying to kill you, but if you look at the evidence that you have, how he was slain by
Oh, it was
404
that. Yeah,
Bacon.
it was that.
Yeah. You could see that there's
Oh.
no evidence
Yeah.
in the cage.
There's no
That was
evidence of
awesome.
what.
That
I was
because
about to,
Grayson
but
said
I mean,
I tried to
that's
kill him
one thing.
after I killed you, but I left after I killed you, so that couldn't have happened.
So,
It doesn't say timestamps though. That's the thing. Is it
No,
doesn't
but
say like
Grayson said
you
that
left
right after I killed.
immediately.
Right after Grayson said right.
Oh, everyone, shut.
yeah,
Blah, blah, blah. Joe? Can I have the list of all the things you are accusing and what you would like from them
Yeah,
again,
sure.
please?
Not that one.
DM them me, not in
I
public
know,
view.
I got you. Send you the whole sticky note.
Love you, Joe.
Love you, too,
Lovely.
Sarah. Don't say it like that, dude.
That sounds awfully suspicious.
What? Someone have an issue? Oh. Am I still allowed to talk? What's going
Yeah,
on?
it's still recess, I think.
Why is everyone running around?
Because we're
Bored.
We're in
very
recess right
fidgety
now.
and bored. We just sat still for like an hour.
I don't know. I feel like if we were fidgety and bored,
talking
we'd
about
get
that?
up
Was it
from
2
our seats in
hours?
real life or something.
What? We started at 9.
That was like
I
we
feel like-
started at 8:30ish.
No, we
But
started
we've
at-
been sitting here
because
for 8:30 at
We've been
least.
sitting- yeah, we've been sitting
Because
here since
I'm-
8:30.
So like that was like 2 hours
But
sitting
it
in one
started-
place.
there's no
It
way.
started at like
It's-
8:50.
Yeah, we've been here for a while.
No,
It's
no.
10:30.
Me,
It's been a
Joe, and
while.
Sydney have been waiting for you since 8.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
I've been
true.
here since like before you even let me into
Hey,
the server.
I'm gonna.
Oh yeah, no. I was the
Going from
first.
car on the way home.
I was first on the server,
Yes, you were.
and then you
greeted me.
joined,
Yeah, you greeted
back.
me.
and then
Mind.
Ryan joined.
Mhm.
So I've been here for the longest.
Yes.
Yeah,
I've
but
been
you
here
weren't
for,
in the
like,
court
But you
room
5
weren't
for the
hours.
waiting.
longest.
No, I wasn't in the courtroom, but I was doing work on
Yeah.
the server. I was getting XP, and then I died, and then I died again after I was trying to get XP again.
Joe.
What's up, Will?
Joe, I'm still proud of the like.
I know.
But like, there's no evidence that you know you
That
were
was
trying
good.
to
That's
kill
quick
Grayson.
thinking. That's quick thinking.
Like, I was like, wait.
Can
what
we
if-
all
what
sit
if-
back down and
Yes,
please
yes.
Oh
Yes,
come
yeah,
to
yeah.
order? Can
Can
you
you
get
do
out of
something?
the judge's box, Mr. or
Okay.
Mrs. Lynn's slave?
What?
I don't know
Oh,
why
right.
you're
I want to
slaving.
know
Right.
how
It's
many
kinda racist.
Minecraft nights have gone through.
How's that racist?
You have the word slave in your name. I
That's
don't
not
appreciate
racist.
it.
It's just a slave.
I'm
Okay,
a
we're gonna
slave for
continue on
hate.
here. So
Is-
I
is-
Judge is being
Grayson back?
stereotypical.
I don't believe Grayson is back. We're gonna.
Then we should not.
We're gonna
should
hold
wait
up.
Doesn't
until
matter. We said
everyone
5
is
minutes.
back.
We said
Can
5
Grayson
minutes.
hurry
Kenzie,
up?
Are you seeing this, Kenzie?
Can we go without him?
Your Honor, we've waited
It is
plenty.
Just-
Your Honor, we've already
Just
waited
30 seconds.
plenty.
Here, I'll push him to the box.
Your Honor, Grayson said even like by himself in his own words, we had already waited plenty enough. Let's just try to get this going
Oh,
as much as
God.
possible. At the very
Okay,
beginning, he said that we had already waited 25 minutes. So please, Your Honor, let's just
I
continue
did not
without
hear
him.
Grayson say that.
Him being here, well,
Can we
doesn't
all
matter.
start
Looking
to
at
stop
you,
debating?
bailiff.
Also, the
He'll be
bailiff does
back
not
in
have
like
a
a
say.
minute.
You should
Okay.
just say your
Your Honor,
decision.
Your Honor, Grayson being here does not matter.
It does
No, it
not.
does.
Not
I'm
really.
dealing
He
out a
just- he just-
sentence.
Oh,
I
Your
said
Honor.
5
Oh,
minutes.
never mind.
It's been 5 minutes to the
Yeah,
If
second.
you are dealing
I'm back,
his
I'm back.
sentence, then
Okay,
yes.
he's back.
What?
We are all
Okay.
going to shut. Please, quiet down.
Your
Shut
Honor.
up, Sarah. Will,
What?
I want to hear one more Your Honor. I'm gonna
That's
lose
muted,
it.
bruh.
I'm gonna lose my shit. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
God.
Okay, so I find Grayson guilty of the frogging claim, the potato theft. I do not find Grayson guilty of property damage and breaking and entering. I also am not going to find Hayden guilty on the property damage. I am going to find guilty. Oh fuck! I'm gonna find Hayden guilty on the breaking and entering. However,
I'm not a. Sorry, Your Honor.
Please don't.
Jesus
Sorry,
Christ.
God.
As for wrongful termination, there is not quite enough evidence surrounding the
Your
whole
Honor.
dogfight thing.
God.
Shut the fuck up! Thank you. So, for the wrongful termination, Joe, I will not be giving you any emeralds. I am sorry. As for the frogging, there will be a permanent 50-block restraining order
thank
by
God.
Joe over Grayson. Grayson, you may not enter anywhere near Joe. Unless he is in a common public space like, Mount Crumpet or in the shops, that is a different case.
Your
What
Honor,
if
I have a
it's
question.
my base? What if it's my base? What if Joe comes to my base?
That is
That
different.
is not a
If
public
Joe-
spot.
That is not a public space. If Joe
So
is
what
sitting
would-
in his base and he sees you in his base, that is a problem. Does
What
that
if
make
Joe
sense?
comes? What if Joe comes to my base?
That is
not
also a
public
problem.
spot.
That is not a public space.
Your
That is
Honor, I have a
also
question.
Sorry, say it again. You cut out. If Joe
Your
comes
Honor,
to my
bailiff.
base,
there is a problem if Joe comes to your base.
what is that problem? Please press
It means you're not liable for the 50 block thing if he comes to you in your. If that's not a public space. We just talked about this.
So I'm not allowed to come into his space. Is what you're saying?
No.
Yes, basically.
So, what if Joe goes into Grayson's space?
Boy.
I just.
That's what we just
said.
Like,
Oh my
if-
god.
Oh my.
Punishment if Joe goes into our base.
Well, that would
There you
also
go.
be trespassing.
That would be trespassing.
Uninvited, that would be trespassing.
One thing I would like to say is there is a new rule going into effect after this that is entitled trespassing. Okay? There needs to be somewhere in your base where you have a wall of signs that states everyone that is allowed within the premises of your base.
Great.
Okay? This means that is a list of the people that can be in there. If someone else is spotted in or around digging tunnels or whatever around the base, they can be banned. They can get in trouble. Don't do it. Okay?
God, I have a question.
Yes.
What are the punishments that Grayson and
Yes.
Hayden will be receiving, if any, Your Honor?
Hayden will be receiving a 6-hour ban
Okay.
for the breaking and entering, but not the property damage, so it's not going to be your
Right.
12 hours. So Hayden will. I'm gonna just put it to 5.5 hours, just because it's a little more even here. So that will
When is
count.
that
He will be allowed back online at 4 in the morning, if he so wants to. I don't know if he's going to be on again tonight, so I don't think it matters too much. Now, in terms of Grayson, he was accused. He is guilty in my book of the frogging and the potato theft. There was not enough evidence for the CD or the netherite armor. There was not quite enough proof, but the frogging is a very, very serious claim. Okay, there's also been multiple occasions of trespassing from Mr. Relic here. So, I believe we're going to have to slap a 12-hour ban onto Mr. Grayson here.
I'm going to Bushnut.
So Hayden is going to have 6, and Grayson is going to have 12 after this court hearing.
Your Honor?
One thing that I'm going to say is that if everyone is in agreement to not ruin the evening, if we may allow Grayson to stay on until he has to go to bed and then start
I'm
the
getting
ban.
off. I'm
Yes,
getting off
John.
immediately.
He's getting off anyway.
John, I just have one thing. The entire
Yes.
point of the court is to bring someone to justice. I do
That
not
is
find it fair that Hayden can get on at a time he would never really get on. So I feel like they should be banned during the hours that they would normally be.
Your Honor, I was actually
because
planning
that is
on
the
playing
point of
all of
justice,
tonight.
Your Honor.
Your Honor, I was actually planning on playing all of tonight
You
and all of
said you were
tomorrow
getting
morning,
off?
but
You
since
just said you were getting off. That is not
For right now.
lawful.
Your Honor, hang on. Your Honor, for right now, I was planning on getting off, and then I was planning on getting back on all night and all morning.
Grayson,
10 o'clock in the morning.
Grayson, this is
So,
some bullshit you just
therefore-
came up with on the spot. We're
Your
gonna
Honor, that is
continue
not-
on. You are smiling, and I can tell.
Your Honor,
I can hear
therefore-
We're gonna
therefore-
continue
Point of
on.
The
Gosh.
point of a court is to bring justice. I do not
So
find it fair
both
for them to be
both
banned
bands
during
are
hours they were
going to
not
start at 12 in the morning tomorrow.
Like 12 tonight?
Well, 12 tonight or
12
like
a.m.
tomorrow.
That is tomorrow technically.
Yeah.
So Grayson will be
12 a.m.
reinstated at 12 p.m.
a.m.
tomorrow.
Your Honor, he wouldn't even be on at that time.
Yes, he would.
Yeah, he would. Grayson's usually on earlier than most people.
Would.
Now, in terms of
I was
Hayden,
hopeful
his
one.
ban will begin at, like we said, I believe it calls into effect a better timeline. Grace, I think here, let's all talk this out. How about Hayden's ban beginning at 12 p.m. tomorrow? That is
Yes.
noon,
They should
and
all
ending
start
at
tomorrow.
6 p.m.
Yes,
They should-
Your Honor. I
So
agree
we are
with
in agreement that they should all start at 12 p.m.
Yes.
Yeah.
That
Yes.
would actually properly
Yes.
impact
Yes.
everyone.
Yes.
So Hayden will be reinstated at 6 p.m. tomorrow, and Grayson at 12 a.m. in technically 2 days.
Yes.
So yeah, we're all good with that. Joe, you will not be
Thank you, Your Honor.
getting any emeralds.
Your Honor,
hold
we
on,
actually
hold-
wanted to save the wrongful termination for another hearing.
Your Honor, they cannot
Um,
say what they already just did.
They
they
can
use-
start another hearing for another day, but holy
Not
shit, we've been
today.
Your
seeing
Honor,
this
Your Honor,
court
they
building a
can-
long time.
Your Honor,
Your Honor, so basically, right?
Shut the.
Hang on. One last thing, Your Honor. Since Will brought that up, he already did that. You cannot testify the same thing over again if you believe the verdict
Okay,
was
I
wrong.
don't care. We're gonna continue on. Sarah, can you not press the PP button, please?
Where is the mute button?
What?
It's
There's
the
a
PP button.
PP bu- What is it? You're not hitting anything.
Your
Everyone,
Honor,
there's a PP button!
It's the PP button.
What does it do?
It's the
Your
PP
Honor,
button.
Your Honor,
Yes.
I would like to sue Joe on account of.
Yeah.
Also, Your
Not
Honor,
Time.
Your Honor, we will also later.
just leave.
If I hear one more, Your Honor.
Your Honor.
God,
I'm gonna lose it.
God,
Please
God,
stop.
Grab my boots,
God,
sir. Grab my
God,
boots.
God, Your God, Your Highness, Your Highness, Your Highness.
Even
Any
get the point
better?
of this trial.
Move away from the
Noah,
penis button.
Noah. We will also later be suing Grayson for defamation.
For defamation.
We'll also be later suing
Just
Grayson.
leave
for
him.
You for getting leave. All of you, get out. Leave the court, please. Please.
Noah,
No, stop.
Noah,
Leave
we're
the
suing Grayson.
court, please. Sarah,
Noah,
get off of the button.
Noah, we will be
Joe.
suing Grayson for defamation,
I
right,
don't
Joe?
care. Leave.
Your
Joe,
Honor,
we're suing him for defamation, right?
Can I another day?
No.
Your Honor, real fast. Noah, this is nothing related to the court. No, this is nothing related to the court. This is just an actual question. Okay, Noah. Okay, Noah. Can you please not remove me from the server because it's really a hassle to join and sometimes you're not on to add me back. So I just won't be on. I'm not even gonna be here tomorrow.
Honor?
I still
Your
He
have
won't
to
be on
remove you.
tomorrow.
Stop
be on
saying Your Honor. I
Your
am.
Honor, please.
Oh, I am.
Noah!
The time I get paid to do this. I am on overtime now.
Noah,
Get out of the building.
Noah, you're so uncreative, so you're still Your Honor. Okay. Noah, I'm suing Joe on account
This
of
has
murder.
been dealt with. There is no intent to kill. I hit you with my fist. You had diamond armor.
I told you I was low on health, and you still
Okay,
proceeded
we're-
to hit me.
Let's better go.
Yes,
Can we
Hey,
move? Can
I
those who-
still want to sue Joe for killing me.
Not right now. We'll set that up tomorrow.